Dear viewers, today I am going to show you the DAP converter developed by RAM Electromech Private Limited. So in this part we will see the performance of the DAP converter in the open loop mode. Okay, so as per discussion in part 1, we have connect all the connections of the DAP converter. We have connect the sensors input, we have connect the gate pulses. Okay, here we have observed the primary voltage, secondary voltage, and here we have seen the output voltage, here input voltage, here output current. Okay, so just a second. Okay, and here we have connect the grid to the auto transformer. Output of the auto transformer we have connected at the rectifier input. Output of the rectifier we have connected with the DAP converter, and here we have measured the DC voltage. So at this time I have set the DC voltage to 400 volt. Okay, here we have maintained the 50 volt output, and here we have maintained, this is the 1 kilowatt system. So at the 50 volt 20 ampere current we have maintained here with the load of 2.6 ohm. Okay, so now by pressing this is in open loop mode. Okay, input voltage, power, output voltage, output current you can see on the display. So by pressing this button you can on the system. Okay, so by pressing this button the system is now on. Okay, phase shift I have set this time is 7%. Okay, so let's decrease it 3%. Okay, so now you can see the voltage 400 volt to 38 volt output. Okay, let's decrease the duty to 0%. So 400 volt to 36 volt output at 14 ampere current, and here you can see the primary and the secondary voltage. Now we have maintained the output at 50 volt here. Okay, fixed voltage at variable duty. Okay, variable phase shift. So first you can just vary the phase shift, and you can fill your observation table. Okay, so you can see I am increasing the phase shift, you can observe here, and also you can see the voltage is now increasing, current is also increased, and also you can see some phase shift is there. Okay, now we have maintained the 50 volt output, so I am continuously increasing the phase shift here from here, and you can see the output voltage and current is increasing, and it is maintained to 50 volt. So 400 volt input to 50 volt output at 20 ampere current, and you can see the voltage between primary and secondary, and phase shift between the primary and secondary. Okay, and this is the load. Okay, so likewise this you can observe it. Okay, also you can see the voltage, power is 920 watt, 925 watt like this. Phase shift is 17%, and system is on. Okay, so now we will see the current. So you can just disconnect it, connect here. So you can see the voltage and current. Okay, so likewise this you can observe the voltage and current. Okay, voltage and current, and 50 volt output, 20 ampere volt, and here it is. Okay, now the second thing you can observe in the open loop is variable load. Okay, so for the variable load you can decrease the input voltage. Okay, you can fix the duty to 17%. Okay, and you can just decrease the load, first some input voltage. Okay, so you can see I am decreasing to 335 volt, and you can see some variable voltage is also decreased. Okay, so now you can vary the load. Okay, you can vary the load and you can just see the output voltage is increasing. Okay, and also you can see the current is decreasing. Okay, now load is increased, current is decreased, and you can see the voltage is maintained to 50 volt. Okay, so likewise this you can also perform the practical. Okay, so 50 volt, 335, 50 volt. Okay, so up to the 3.2 ohm to 2.6 ohm you can vary your load and you can fill your observation table. Okay, also now you can increase this. Now you can just very second thing is you can just fix the load and you can just fix the output voltage and you can vary the input voltage. Okay, so you can see my input voltage is 300 volt. Okay, so likewise this you can vary your input voltage and you can write your observation on the table. Okay, so likewise this you can perform your practical in the open loop mode. So let's see first again also, and you can see the 300. Okay, 400 volt input we have set here. Okay, 17% duty, voltage is 51 volt, so you can just increase the load. Okay, so you can see 50 volt output, 20 ampere current. Okay, voltage and current, 400 volt input, phase shift is 17%. Okay, so likewise this you can perform your practical in the open loop mode. Thank you.